Hey there, this is JL, your Barnes & Noble Movie Guy, with this week's Movie Guy Digest for the 2017 Memorial Day weekend. We've got some great new releases in the pipeline for June, starting with three big ones on June 6th. Disney's live-action Beauty and the Beast, Series 10 Part 1 of Doctor Who, and Disney's animated classic Bambi comes back out of the Disney Vault in a brand new Blu-ray DVD combo pack. June 13th sees the release of two big hits from winter, the Lego Batman movie and John Wick Chapter 2. And June 27th has the new Power Rangers movie jumping into action. This week in film and TV history, May 25th, 1977 saw the release of the original Star Wars in movie theaters. Happy belated 40th birthday. Up next, my pick of the week, but first let's take a look at our top 5 bestsellers. Just picture it. Associates of the President of the United States are accused of illegal actions that could have influenced the outcome of the recent election. Using a combination of dogged investigative work and information from anonymous sources within the government, newspaper reporters follow a trail that leads to the White House, which loudly denounces their reports as fake news. Sounds ripped from the headlines, right? Except these headlines were from 45 years ago. This week's pick is All the President's Men, the Oscar-winning suspense-filled dramatization of Washington Post reporters Carl Bernstein and Bob Woodward's investigation of the Watergate scandal, the series of illegal activities and subsequent cover-up that ultimately led to the resignation of President Richard Nixon. Starring Robert Redford as Woodward and Dustin Hoffman as Bernstein, All the President's Men combines the best elements of 1970s paranoid thrillers with a realistic story about the nuts and bolts of investigative journalism. Directed by Alan J. Pakula and shot by legendary cinematographer Gordon Willis, All the President's Men uses shadow and low light to convey tension and mystery akin to a spy thriller, and parts of the film, especially Woodward's famous 2 a.m. parking garage meetings with Deep Throat, his source inside the executive branch, wouldn't be out of place in a John Le Carré novel. The movie also takes advantage of extensive location shooting in Washington, D.C., using the scale of massive government buildings to show the enormity of the establishment that Woodward and Bernstein were taking on. All the President's Men has a top-notch cast headlined by Redford and Hoffman, but two performances stand out. The first is Hal Holbrook as the mysterious Deep Throat, ever cloaked in darkness as he lurks in the shadows of a parking garage, caustically doling out nuggets of information to Woodward. The second is Jason Robards as Washington Post executive editor Ben Bradlee. In an Oscar-winning performance, Robards Bradlee is crusty yet supportive, pushing his reporters to get better information, but also having their backs when Nixon's men denounce the Post's reporting. In our present age of truthiness and fake news, All the President's Men reminds us of the importance of a free and vigorous press holding those in power to account. Today, we need Woodward and Bernstein, or this generation's equivalent, now more than ever. That's my pick of the week, All the President's Men, rated PG. This is JL, your Barnes & Noble Movie Guy, reminding you to follow the money.